Hello, Catherine. This is your assignment 2.4, which was working with discriminants. So we're working with quadratic equations. And one of the things that we can do is just by looking at one little part of the quadratic, and that is the part underneath the square root sign, we can tell a lot about the graph of the function. So of course we have to put it into the proper format, which is a x squared plus b x plus c. No, and if you use a t, that's fine. But the a, the b, and the c are what we use, and that's what you have here. The discriminant equals this. But if we remember, we have our quadratic formula was minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. This part is our discriminant right here, and divided by 2a. And now we know when we're working with square roots, if the number, or the discriminant in this case, is less than 0, so that means if it's a negative number, then that means we have the square root of a negative number. We're not allowed to do that. In Math A we said you're just not allowed to do that. In Math B30 we say that we have imaginary roots or complex roots. So here you had minus 59 as your discriminant, which is right. But that gives us two complex. Okay, two complex or imaginary roots. If when we take the square root of a number and we get 0, then that means we would have plus or minus 0. Looking at the quadratic equation, this part right here, we would plus or minus 0. That means we have two equal roots. So we have two equal roots. It means that if we factored it, we'd have two factors that are the same. So we have two roots that are the same, and that gives us 1 point on the x-axis if we graph it. And these are real roots as well. The square root of 400, again we're working with a positive number. So again we have two real roots. Now these two roots will also be rational. Now rational means we're going to get rid of the square root sign because the square root of 400 is 20. So that's why they're rational. If we look at the last one here, your discriminant is 37 over 36. Well, I can take the square root of 36, but I can't take the square root of 37. So again, because it's positive, we have two real roots. But in this case, because we can't take the square root of the discriminant, we have irrational roots. Now that means if we wrote out our roots, we would have not fractions, but square roots involved. Again, you found your discriminant in all of these, so you know how to find the discriminant. I just wanted to review with you, what does the discriminant actually mean? So give me a call if you have any questions. You said you're going to come in today for a little bit of review with me as well, so we'll talk to you then.